has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth, but we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Hello everyone, it's Renina here and welcome to today's stream where we'll be playing some Darkest Dungeon. Really looking forward to this one. I have said, I think, like 10 times on my Discord and probably at the end of streams, like, I am going to play Darkest Dungeon, and guess what? It never came to it. I always found another game to play because, to be honest, this game kinda scares me, knowing that death is death and there is not really anything you can do about it except just move on. So this game is currently realistic in that aspect. So I have played it, I think, once or twice on the Switch. There is a DLC for Darkest Dungeon, at least one that I know of. I don't have this one because I'm playing it right now on PC. I thought, well, let's first dive into the base game. If we really enjoy it, we can always get the DLC or just attach my Switch to my PC and then record from the Switch further on. I have seen Leo play it as well, so I know a little bit about this game. Not a lot, just a little bit, but probably enough to keep me alive for like the first round. Hopefully. So anyway, let's start a campaign. Ooh, Radiant. Radiant campaigns are still challenging. Just to be fast and more forgiving than normal, suggested for your first Darkest Dungeon experience. Normal campaigns are the original settings for the game, whereas there is no time limit to win. The campaign will be longer and more challenging than Radiant mode and Stygian. Stygian campaigns are not for the faint of heart. Expect no quarter, no forgiveness. You must conquer the evil with the time and the hero death limit. Also, many gameplay settings are locked. On that note, this is probably my first Darkest Dungeon experience, so let's go for Radiant. If we really enjoy it, we can always switch to a new campaign in Darkest. Darkest Switch, that's fine. Let's call it like that. Hi Norman, welcome to today's stream. You're right on time, we just started. Let me get my mouse out of the way.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Alright, so Arcade Crest. That's not really surprising. I mean, they were talking about madness at the same time. I can't really say that the driver of the carriage was looking okay in that aspect. So with the side coach destroyed and the caretaker gone, you will have to make the journey to Hamlet on foot. We can do that, I think. I hope. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Alright, so we get Renault, who is map navigation. You're currently in a room. To move forward, click on the other room on the map display. This will take you to a connecting hallway. Okay, I think I can do it. But I first want to look here. So you've got Reynolds, who has a smite. As far as I understand, he has to be on first or second place. And he can only hit those in first or second place, because there can be 4 heroes here, and there can be 4 enemies here. So he can hit from the first 2 places, and they are always in the first 2 places when it comes down to... if there are only 2, they're automatically in the first 2 places, and if there are 2 here, they're automatically in the first 2 places there. So it's melee, it's a accuracy based is 85, and it has plus 15% damage versus Unholy. Then he got Serious Accusations, which he has to be on place 1 and 2, or 2, but he can hit place 1 and 2 of the enemy. It's a ranged attack, has an accuracy base of 85, has a damage modification of minus 40% and a crit mod of 4%. Not really sure what the last 2 are applied, when they are applied, because I think if they were like just regular base stats, they would have just been there already. I've got Stunning Blow. Again, he has to be in first, second place. He can only hit first, second place of the enemy. Melee, accuracy base of 90, a damage modification of minus 50, and has a stun, which is 100% base. And then he gets Bulwark of Faith, number 1, which has a torch of plus 24, which I'm not sure what it does, and it's a on self, so it marks the target and buffs itself with 20% protection, I think. And this is moving. So he has a longsword and a rusty halberd. So this is Reynold. Then we've got Dismas, who has to be in the first 3 places and can hit the first 2. It's a melee attack called Open Vein, has an accuracy base of 95, a damage modification of minus 15%, causes bleed 100% of the time when looking at the base stats. 2 points per round for 3 rounds, which I'm not really sure what that's about. Debuff target, 20% bleed resistance, and minus 1 speed. Okay. The pistol shot, which is ranged, he has to be in the last 3 places, so he can't be in front. And he can only hit the last 3 places as well. Torch gives you light. Heroes will become scared in the dark and badly affected. They can get heart attack from stress. Oh, yeah, I know that. I've seen that happens once. Wasn't fun, but thank you, Norman, for explaining what the torch was about. This is the torch. So pistol shot, accuracy base of 85, minus 15% damage modification, a crit modification of plus 7.5 and plus 25% versus marked. Then we've got grape shot blast 1, which he has to be in the middle 2 spots of the party, and it can hit the first 3 all at the same time. And then we've got tracking shot, which he can be in any place in our party, but he can only hit the ones who are not in front of the enemy. And he has pistols and a Born Overcoat. I think it's best just to start going. I mean, just reading the stats is not really going to help us any further, I'm afraid. Alright, so this is the map, so we can basically go to this room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
So while in the hallway, press D to move forward and A to move back. If you prefer a mouse, you can click ahead or behind the party. Let's move A and D right now.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Combat is turn-based. On your hero's turn, click with the skill icon and then click on the highlighted target. If you can't select a particular skill, it's because the hero needs to be standing in a different spot, or there are no available targets. Mouse over the skill to see the requirements. Okay. So we're now seeing Dismas. And he can basically open vein. Or let's do this one. So hero to hit is 93%, hero to crit is 5%, and hero damage fall to 8. He dodged. That's a shame. We can use a stunning blow. I think that would be nice, because if he's stunned, he seems like a melee character. He is stunned. Okay, that's great, because he can't move. But he did buff himself, which is dangerous, so we kind of need to... like... get him away. He resisted. But we can still, I think, just use stunning blow on him. That's fine.
Their formation is broken.
Nice.
Maintain the offensive.
We can at least say we've survived one battle, even if it's the tutorial level, but that's okay. Each item, if you take it, will occupy space in your inventory. Mouse over items to show details about them. This works in your inventory too. Okay. Let's take all the money. I mean, we can use money, I think. Interactive objects. While exploring, you often find interactive objects. Click or press W to investigate them. Take a look at this tent. Check inside the tent. Some less valuables in there.
Unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
And now we can go here. A torch is running out, which is bad.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may
So
hear
they are
your
surprised,
arrival.
which is a good thing, but I'm not really sure what we can do with it. We can hit them both. Mist and dodge, they are really, really fast, aren't they? Let's do this on you. Oh, I probably should have clicked on the second one. Oh crap, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt really, really bad, I'm afraid. Oh, they dodged. That's a good thing. Again! Okay, so we can do open vein, so he's gonna bleed. Let's use this on you then. I mean, getting him to bleed, he seems like the scariest guy we've got. So is this place number 1? I'm not really understanding why it's not... Or are you automatically in place 2 and 3? I always thought you could place 1 and 2. It could just be me. Hi Bam! How are you doing? Welcome to today's stream! I don't think these guys are unholy, are they? No, they're just human. This one has a really high dodge. So let's just stun the guy in front here. Hopefully. I'm doing great, Bam, thank you. But he resisted. Crap. Rain of Wisp, it can't be good. He's standing on 2 places at once, he's fat. Ah, thank you, Norman. He is just a fat guy, isn't he? I don't think this will hit, though. Let's just slice his vein open just once more. He got a debuff, but that's okay. Let's just see. What's this gonna do? 6 out of 35. I'm not really sure how I should read this, but that's okay. It's sort of my first time playing Bam. I've seen Leo play this once or twice before on the Switch. Oh, I betted that. That's amazing. So I saw Leo play it once or twice, and I tried my hands on it. I think maybe like 20 minutes or so before, but not a whole lot. So it's still a bit. I'm not really as comfortable as I could have been with this game. You never played this game either, yeah, then we're indeed in the same boat. So what I don't know, you've got all these resistances, but you also, like, you've got stun, blight, bleed, debuff, move, and all these, like, status effects that you, like, for example, you see with Pokemon as well. I think that's, like, the best reference. Some are immune to others, and they all have different effects, so...
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Oh, let's just all take them. I mean, there's no reason not to. After you've completed the requirements of a quest, you have the option to return to town at any time. Just click on the quest. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon to exit. Amazing. It's hard, yeah, that's the thing I heard most about it. Yeah, that's true. It is really hard. So, there is not really anything here because there were only 2 rooms, so there's no reason for me to keep exploring. So let's return to Hamlet's. Alright, so we've got some food, some gold, and some cistern. And we got a portrait. And 5,000 gold, so that's okay. And they do level up. What are you having, Reynolds? Oh, nymphomania? 20% stress. Heal receives... Plus 20% stress. Heal received in brothel. Not really sure how that applies, but that's okay. We'll probably
Welcome home.
Get to there
Such as it
eventually.
is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Alright, so the quest goal. Successfully complete your first foray in the ruins. Defeat the apprentice necromancer, defeat sonorous prophet, defeat the necromancer, defeat fulminating prophet, defeat the necromancer lord, defeat the gibbering prophet, defeat the wizened hack, defeat the brigard 8-pounder, defeat the hack. Like a whole list of things I have to do. Let's start at the top, you know, with just successfully complete our first dungeon. Okay. Let's put this away. Get help where you may. On the screen of the game, press and hold H to see the contextual help for controls in that mode. Try one in town, exploring, fighting, camping and more. So we've got Stagecoach, recruit new heroes. We can have the Ancestor Memoirs, view the Ancestor Memoirs. The Nomad Wagon, which is shop for rare items. And the Graveyard, view fallen heroes. The Sanitarium, complete more quests to unlock. Oh, we can't really do this. Are you healed again? I have no clue. I hope you are. So let's first see whether we can recruit one more hero. Because 2 is okay, but like having another one is better.
Soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Alright, so you need to recruit all of these heroes to fill out a party of 4. Drag and drop them into your roster. Okay, will do. So we've got a Plague Doctor. Can I just recruit them? I think so.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
While you're here, spend some of your starting heirlooms on upgrading the Stagecoach network. They will increase the number of heroes available to them in the future. To upgrade, select the plus symbol on the left and then click upgrade. Plus symbol on the left, I suppose this is it? Does that seem Bear here? I don't know, Bam. I wouldn't know, to be honest. Increase the number of available heroes to 3. Let's do that.
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities.
Okay, I think we've done what we needed to do. It's like Civ 6 all over again. I don't know whether this is the voice of the Civilization 6 guy. Accent is indeed not quite the same, and I'm not really sure. I won't know. I don't really know. And welcome Fire Amethyst to the game. There isn't much you can do in time right now. It's time to embark on the quest. Well, let's go for it then.